Hi, this is your GENiSYSS DNA Vault software tutorial. And when you have plugged in your GENiSYSS Vault into the USB drive portion of your Windows computer, you'll see a window something like this. Now, you've already clicked on the link that says Video Tutorial. When you are done with the video tutorial, you will click on this link, startgenesis.exe. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. You may have a virus system that's going to make sure that the file is okay. So when that is complete, we will continue. Okay, you are going to see this window when you have first opened the software, and you're going to need to choose your unique username. Now, I recommend either your family name or an email address to keep it fairly complicated rather than admin or guest. You don't want to use a simple name like that. For our purposes, we're going to go ahead and use the word guest. Then you want to create at least a 7-character password, alphanumeric and special characters. Again, in our case, we're going to just create a simple one. You're going to want to create a more complex one to keep your system secure. Then you want to click on Sign Up, and the window will open up like this. I'm going to open it so that we can see it well. Okay, the first thing you're going to notice is on the left-hand side is a picture of your product. Notice that the cover is off of the DNA well area here. We highly recommend that you keep the cover on this DNA well area as a rule in order to minimize any contamination. So keep the cover on. The only time it should be taken off is when you're actually going to place a DNA sample into one of the wells. So in order to identify which well is going to go to which person, you're going to want to take a few moments and figure that out for yourself. Is this product going to be for one person who is going to be taking DNA samples over time so that throughout their lives they will have a history of how their DNA may have changed? Or are there going to be 2 wells per person or 1 person per well? You can decide that. Once you know who is going to occupy which DNA well, you'll want to click on that DNA well. And you'll see this window pop up which says to create a new profile. Go ahead and click on that. And you're going to enter the name of the person who's going to be located in that well. So for us, we're going to put down a woman's name, Madeline Jones. She's a female, of course. Give her a birth date and any identifying marks. And be as detailed as possible so that you have a thorough description of who this person is. Up in the top right-hand corner, you'll see a little green box that says Save the Record. Go ahead and click that, and you'll notice the profile changes to a woman here in A1. Now, rather than just have a generic profile, we want to add a photograph. So we're going to go here to the Photo tab. We're going to click on the down arrow. We're going to upload a photo from our computer. Pick one out. We now have one. We want to go up to Save the Record and save it again. And you will notice that the photograph pops into the DNA well. This will help you remember as well as keep track of who you are working on when you are going through these various tabs. You want to make sure that the information matches the picture that is showing in the left-hand column. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and complete adding more information. We come down to contact information. The family info, you notice, is a drop-down arrow, but nothing is available there yet. So here we go up to this little icon in the top left-hand corner that has multiple people there. That represents a family. And we're going to click on that, and we're going to enter the family name, Jones. And it's good to put in 2 different emails so that if for whatever reason one email doesn't work, there is an alternative email that people can use in case of emergency. You may want to use your parents, 2 different parents' emails, or maybe it's your home and work email. In any case, enter 2 email addresses there. The home phone, the work phone, the cell phone, etc., and then any address information you can. And custom fields we'll get back to a little bit later. So go up anytime you're working on a tab, get in the habit of clicking the Save the Record button. Okay, so now you'll notice that we've got a profile tab up here, and if we click on it, the person's profile picture will show up again. So we can continue working on Madeline's information now and go down to the family info, hit the drop down arrow, and there it is, Jones, and complete this information in here. Under medical information and medical warnings, this is general information that's important, especially in emergency situations and for physicians. So if you've had a recent surgery, or if you are taking a certain kind of medication currently, you probably want to put it in there just to let people know. So let's say Madeline had hip surgery. You want to put the date that that surgery happened, say March 15th, 2010, and whatever current medications this person may be taking. So if there's a certain medication that you're on, whether it's for blood pressure or something else, diabetes. In fact, if you had diabetes, you certainly would want to put it in these medical warnings area. But you want to put down any medications that you're currently taking, the dosage, and any surgeries and when those occurred. Naturally, under allergies, you don't just want to say yes or no, you want to indicate exactly what those allergies are. So if you have a medication allergy, you want to enter that. If it's a certain food allergy like peanut, you want to put it in there. So allergies, you'd add whatever detail you want to give, as much detail as possible here. Go up and save, and let's go to the next tab, personal. Okay, you want to fill in any additional information here, hair color, eye color through the little drop-down box, height and weight. If you choose to put your social security number in here, you certainly can do that, etc. Put in the make of your car, any other characteristics. If you speak with an accent, a French accent, let's say, you want to mention it there. Or if you have a stutter, whatever, any other characteristics that this person has, maybe walks with a slight limp due to the hip surgery, who knows? Be as detailed as possible. Add whatever hobbies, etc., your primary location, where you live currently, favorite hangout, etc., social media. All this can be helpful in case of an emergency. And then you'll notice when you get down to important contacts, again, there's this none. How do we enter that? Well, once again, you've got to go to another location, contacts, to add that information. We're going to add a contact. It's new. We're going to put in Dr. Harry Brown. We're going to, if we've got the home number, the work number, etc., the office number, cell phone, emails, etc., any detail that you can add here, you want to add. And if you have a photograph, it's good to add the photograph as well. We're going to go here and hit save. You will notice that Harry Brown pops up as unspecified. So we've got to indicate what Harry Brown is. Well, let's look through this list. He's a physician. Once again, go up, hit the save. Now we're going to go back. Actually, we're going to add another contact. And this one is Jane Doe. All of her information should be added in here. And if you've got a photo, that's best to use. Hit save. And Jane is our, let's see, best friend. So we're going to put that in there. Hit save. Now when we go back to personal, we can scroll down. Under current physician, we can add Harry Brown. Under close friend, we can add Jane Doe. And continue doing this until you've got your primary contacts indicated. Now we're going to go to medical. And this is a very important section. You want to put in your blood type. You want to indicate whether you're a smoker or a drinker. Again, your medical warnings have popped up here. Any sensitivities that you may have. Maybe you have a latex allergy or sensitivity. Again, here's more of these allergies. Any ongoing medical conditions, blood pressure maybe. High blood pressure, we should put high. And we want to include in that any blood pressure medications in the dosage. You want to give the name and the dosage. Don't write what I just wrote. You want to give the actual prescription name and the dosage information. Any recent illnesses that you've had, especially if they were serious and maybe associated medications. Your immunization record is important as well. If you've been traveling and you've had some recent immunizations, you'd want to enter them here. If you're doing this record for a child, you might want to not only list their immunizations here, as you will see, you can later add a PDF or a Word doc under other files that would include your immunization history. Okay, once again, we finished that tab. We want to go up and save it. You've seen how the Contacts tab works. You've seen how the Photo tab works. Now let's go to other files. Okay, you may have videos that you want to upload here, or an audio, or your family genealogy or family tree. You may have stories that you want to show here, or favorite photographs, or fun things to remember your life. Create a time capsule from your DNA vault. It's both practical and sentimental. So this is an item that can be passed forward through generations. So in this other files area, you may want to add a number of different things that represent your life and what it meant to you here. So even a personal history would be beautiful to add here in video form or in PDF form. Custom has to do with adding additional fields that we may not have thought of. For example, perhaps you want to add your pets. So you'd put your pets, you want to add that as a field definition. You say save, and then here you want to type in perhaps the name of the animal. And again, save it. Okay, now we've completed the various tabs for this person. So we can do one of two things. We can leave it showing there, or we can close it out and start the next one. Now let's say the next person, we've clicked on B1, the next DNA well that we want to populate. We're going to create a new file. This is going to be John Jones, Madeline's brother. He's a male. I'm going to select a date. Let's see, let's say 1970. Identifying marks, tattoo on left forearm. You may want to actually say what kind of tattoo it is. Again, family information. He's part of the Jones family, so we're going to add that. Fill in this information. Any medical warnings? Has John had any surgeries lately? maybe he had a broken jaw, whatever kinds of medical warnings, again, any kind of medications that John may be having, any kind of allergies that he may have as well. You want to add those in there and hit save. Then we're going to add his photo, as we mentioned, and go through each of these other tabs, just as we did for Madeline, we're going to do for John. And when you're all done identifying the DNA wells and who is going to populate them, you want to make a written record of that so that when you close out your software and you're actually applying the DNA sample, you're sure to get John's sample into the DNA well labeled B1, Madeline's sample into the DNA well labeled A1, etc. So, to review, if you go up here to the left-hand, top left-hand corner, we can go back to the home page. We've got family information. If you click here, there's a list of people that have been profiled. If you need to edit any of them, you can click on one. Say Madeline had some information that she wants to add. Hit the little green pencil and go, and those tabs show up, and you'll notice again that profile shows up here. So you're going to go through and make whatever edits you want there. The little camera up here shows what photographs you've entered. This icon shows the documents other than photographs. Any videos, any audios that you may have added would be listed here. And then this little cell phone looking icon brings the list of contacts that you've added for everyone. Now, over here in the left-hand corner is the last thing that we need to do, which is to secure your device. You've got your ID and password, which is a level of security. Now we're going to add another level of security. And you can either pick a challenge question or you can have one that you only know yourself. So that's obviously the most secure. If no one knows what the question is, how are they going to know what the answer is? So you can do this, or you can pick one of ours, pick the question, answer the question, Harry the dog. Make note of what you've written in here, because this has to be entered exactly in upper and lower case accordingly in order to correctly answer the challenge question. So be sure that you make note of this somewhere in whatever system you use to save security information. Then click Secure Device, and now your device is fully secure. We also, as an organization, provide you a third level of security, and that is when you first plug in your DNA Vault into the computer, you will notice a little text file. If you click on that text file, it explains that if you have lost your device for any reason and someone else happens to pick it up, the only file they can really open is the text file. And in that text file, it will say, if you have found this device and you are not the owner, please mail it to GENiSYSS and we will see that the proper owner receives it. And so you have the opportunity to reclaim a lost DNA vault. Okay, we are very happy to have you as a member of our GENiSYSS family. If you have any questions or problems, you are welcome to contact our customer service team by emailing team@genisys.com, and we will respond right away. Thank you for your purchase, and we look forward to having you as a member of our family. Thank you.